Yo, yo, what's going on? It's your boy Neo coming to you from my reality TV, life from my point of view, and welcome back. Today, I'm going to be doing my quick overview of the PS5, as you can see here in front of me, and the new controller. And what I'm doing is with this video this is in place of what would have been my unboxing video, but that didn't go well as this camera was positioned wrong. So in a lot of the video you only see like the upper half of the PS, like the bottom part will be cut off, and it just didn't look right. Like the video was good, the content was good, you know, maybe even one day maybe I'll even post it just for the hell of it, but it just wasn't what I wanted it to be. So I was like, let me redo it, but it can't be an unboxing video because, as I said in my last video, you can't recreate that moment. Well, at least I can't. Other people may be able to, but I can't recreate that moment. So I wasn't even going to try to do that and try to front and act like, oh look, and be all, because it wouldn't have been genuine, and that ain't me. So I just wasn't going to do that. So what I decided was to do this and just go over some of those things that I discussed in that video. So first things first, let's cover the how, right? So I was able to get my PlayStation on release day. Came from Amazon. I pre-ordered it. I think that day was September 16th. It was hectic trying to get it. But thanks to my boy Ro, and he put me and a couple other people on, my man AZ and some of us other cats put us on and let us know that Amazon was doing their pre-orders when they started. I had it all mapped out. I had my evening planned, and when they said after that Sony event, and they said that pre-orders was going to go up like the next day or something like that, like, or a day later, and then they ended up doing it that night. I had went to the store, came back to the crib, my phone was blowing up, all kinds of tweets and texts like, yo Neo, yo, they put the pre-orders out and this and that. I'm like, oh my god, come on. So I went on, tried to get one, couldn't get one. Almost had one at Target, that fell through. Almost had one at Best Buy, that fell through. And then, like I said, the Amazon one came through, so I lucked up, and that's how I got it. And one thing about me is I would like for all of us to have it. I would like for all of us as gamers to be able to have these things and enjoy. And I hate that there are people out there that are buying them up and selling them with these crazy resale prices and stuff like that. Like, that's insanity to me, and I'm just not with that. Because there's a lot of people out there that really want one. And if you don't really want one, then, just hoarding them just to make a quick buck. Like, I mean, there's plenty of other ways you can go about doing it, but that's neither here nor there. I think we've all kind of discussed that, and we all feel our ways about that. So I'm going to leave that alone and get to this video. All right. So the first thing I want to go over is the PlayStation itself, the console. As you can see, the console is pretty big. Matter of fact, no, hold on. Let's do it in sequential order. So I'll start with the stand, then go to the PlayStation, and finish with the controller. So here's the stand. This is the stand for the PlayStation. This is one of the first things that I opened up when I opened the box. And with the stand, you can set it flat like this, where it'll be sitting here, but it'll almost be like if it's laying down. I'll show you once I get it up. It'll almost be here to cover the space here, which we will discuss that. And then on the bottom, as you saw me turn, it hides the screw which goes on the bottom, which when it's vertically, it'll sit here, and then these grooves, the PlayStation will sit right in there. Take the screw it into the bottom, you're good to go. Right, this is actually pretty good, but as you can see, it can stand without it. as long as it's a flat surface. And to me, I wouldn't stand it on this end, but definitely the other end because it's more solid, as I'm gonna show you. Matter of fact, let me just do that now and get that out the way. All right, so here we go. So if you look at it, this is the reason why I said it can stand. So you see how it's more solid here down at the bottom. And then on the front, you have it like that. So it has nice little sitting way. So it can sit and it can stand just like this without the stand, but just put the stand on. It doesn't really take away unless you need it for space or something like that. All right, so here we go. Here's the PS5. First thing I want to talk about is the weight of the box. When I got the box was heavy. The console is heavy. It's a very heavy console. All the things you've been hearing about it being big, it's true. It is a humongous console. Like, look at it in comparison to the box. The box is, I don't know how big it is, but it's pretty big. And this is a big piece of machinery here. Like, if you just look at it, and like I said, it's very hefty. Has a good weight to it. I mean, and I pulled out our PS4 from my son's room and kind of did a comparison, and it almost dwarfed it. So here it is. Now, when they first showed this, I didn't like it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't like it. I didn't like the design. I thought it looked like a Netgear router or something. And I just, no disrespect to Netgear if they're watching. I just didn't like it. It just wasn't for me. It wasn't something that I thought was aesthetically pleasing, right? But when I got it and I opened it and I took it out the box, wasn't half bad. Really wasn't. It's actually pretty nice when you get it and you see it and you have it and you have it in your hands and you hold it. And when you see it set up in your house, you'll be like, okay, I get it. This is actually okay. I also had a plan to have it standing vertically when I got it. That was my whole thing. I just wanted it to stand because I just figured it'd be more eye-catching, more appeasing. But I changed my mind and I've been laying it down. So when I do mine, it's down like this with the stand. So that's what I was saying. The stand would go kind of on the back, and it doesn't have a hook. Let me show you. There's no hook for it, so it just kind of clamps on right here. And as you can see, like where the difference is, that's what I was saying. This comes out further than that because of the disk drive. So if you put that there, and then you just stand it, and then it's even. And it actually looks pretty good when it's laying down like this. And that's how I have it in the house, which I didn't want any parts of it laying down, but I decided to do it. Oh, and pardon the black gloves. I didn't have any plastic gloves, so I had to use my my wintry gloves because this thing is a magnet for fingerprints or dirt, right? Let me explain. There goes the stand. It's always got to be something wrong, right? All right. So when I say it's a magnet for dirt first, this part, the matte finish, if you got dirt on your hands, if you're outside working on a car or something, don't touch this. Don't touch the controller because it's going to pick it up instantly on this part. And then this part, the black part in the middle, the gloss, fingerprint magnet. Fingerprint. I mean, I just wiped it down just before I started this video, but it's just a fingerprint magnet. So keep that in mind when you get yours. But it's really nice. And then the lights are inside right here where the vents are, just like you've seen on the commercials and everything. They look really nice when it's out, when it's exposed, when it's sitting. All the lights are off in the living room or something like that, and it's just kind of pulsing yellow or blue or white. Really nice, really nice. But like I said, I lay mine down like this. I'm sure some people are standing them up. The only thing is, and I thought this was kind of funny, when I lay it down like this, in this way, if you remember Iron Man, 2 and 3, Tony's house. Tony's house kind of looked like this to me. So this, every time I look at it like this, it kind of reminds me of Tony Stark's house, which may be why I like it like this, because he's one of my favorite Marvel characters. But that's neither here nor there. So that's the console. Big joint, really big console. Can't even front on that. It's huge. Everything everybody says about it is true. It is exactly what it is. It is huge. It's the biggest console probably ever, and it's the biggest one I've ever seen. That's what she said. I had to say that. I'm sorry. It's just the office is just embedded in my head sometimes. All right. One thing I do have to say about this, I do not like how the disk drive is positioned. So if you look at it, it's not symmetric, right? I would have preferred now, and of course, I'm sure there's some kind of technical reason for this. I would have preferred the disk drive be right here in the middle, right here, with this just coming down, like on the digital edition. The digital edition is perfectly symmetric. Now, I don't know how that works with it, with the stand, with it laying down, but I'm pretty sure it probably just, the stand probably just sits more in the middle. But if this just came straight down, I would have liked it a little bit more. Again, I like it laying down, and it has to, I don't know if it has to lay one way or the other, but this is the top part with the PS logo, which is an open thing, so you can kind of stick your fingers in there. On the back, you have all these vents here for airflow and circulation. You have USB ports, you have your LAN, HDMI, and your adapter. All right. Then on front, you have USB, USB-C, you have your eject button, and you have a power button. And notice what I said, you have buttons. Not like the PS4 where it had kind of like that soft, I don't even know what to describe that as, but I hated it. It was like almost part of the shape and the outline. And it was really hard to press sometimes, but these are actual buttons right here, actual face buttons. So you'll be good to go with that. But again, this is a magnet for fingerprint, so you will be wiping it down if you touch it a lot. And again, that's why I have the gloves on. So that's the PS5. So let's put that there. I won't worry too much about the stand. All right. Now, the final part, which really impressed me, was this, the controller. I hadn't seen these. I hadn't seen the PlayStation 5 up close or in person or anything. So when I opened it and got my first look at the controller, honestly, my first thought was, wow, this is a really nice controller. I mean, just everything about it. It's eye-catching. It's pleasing. It's very comfortable controller. Has more weight to it than the old ones. It's bigger than the old ones, not by much, but it is bigger. And just the way they designed it, just the feel, the grip. I really like the buttons, how they're clear. If you can look, you can see the buttons are clear here and here. I like that. Now I'm adjusting because I actually try to buy all video game consoles, right? So I have Xboxes in the house. We have a PS4. We have Switch. I have a Switch, and my wife has a Switch, and then our kids have Switch Lights. So then my wife has like GameCube, Game Boys. We just try to have all the video game systems because we like options. But what I was saying with that was I was playing my Xbox One X over the past year and a half, because my PS4 broke. The HDMI port broke on the back. So I'm playing my Xbox One X, the controller, much different than this. So I'm having to adjust to it. So anybody who's coming from the Xbox to PlayStation, if you haven't played PlayStation before, you haven't played in a while, it's going to be an adjustment, because you're going to be, when you're trying to hit the D-pad, you're used to the D-pad kind of being in this area, but it's not. So sometimes when I'm going to press the D-pad, I'll hit the the left trigger. So, I mean the left analog, I'm sorry. And, but that's it. But other than that, everything's cool. I like the share. The share button is dope. And then you have, this is your option button. Now, this part here, these, best thing ever. I love these, man. I absolutely love these joints right here. So I was playing 2K, and I'm not going to really get too deep into the gameplay part of the PS5 because I'll discuss that later. But I was playing 2K, and I was running on a screen, and I was trying to get free. And the guy was kind of holding me and jostling me, whatever. And we was kind of fighting for position. And as I was trying to use turbo to get away from him, this tightened. It wasn't loose like this. It was really, I mean, it was giving a lot of resistance. And then it stopped when I got free. And then I was able to move it again. And I really love that. It's such a nice and subtle touch. Like, you notice it, but it's not like overbearing. It's not to the point where you can't really focus or anything like that. And it's just, it's everything that they said it was. Every review, everybody that talked about it, everybody talked about the controller. It's everything that they said it was. It is a great controller. I'm not normally big on controllers. I don't really care as long as they're comfortable in my hand and I can get to my buttons. But this is a very, very nice controller. This haptic feedback thing is dope. And I did the Astro's Playroom just for a little bit, maybe about 10 minutes. And the way it feels, like you have to play, you have to actually use it, but it's hard to describe, but you get like there's little feelings and rumbles like all over, and it's based on the positioning of what's going on your screen. So it's like I said, it's just a nice controller, man. It's nice. I can't say enough good things about this controller. Now I'm gonna show you, and then the lights are right behind here, right behind the touchpad. Actually, touchpad's still there. Still can use it. I was actually writing something on the just testing it out when I was testing out a few things, and it picked up pretty good. See, now you can see the blue lights, and then they'll be yellow when you're charging it. So, and then you have your mic. You have a mic button here. You have a PlayStation logo here right in the middle. Acts as like your home button when you press that, which is also your power button to turn it on and off. There's a mic here. Like I said, you could turn that on and off. This is an actual button here. Then you can also have the 3mm jack right here. So you're good to go with that. And it's a USB-C port to charge it, which again plugs into the front. Came with a USB-C wire, and most cell phones have the USB-C. I've actually been charging mine like when I've been playing using my cell phone charger, and it's been perfectly fine. So yeah, that's the controller, man. And like I said, great piece of machinery here. This is a nice thing. They really did. They really knocked it out the park with this. And like I said, these triggers, man, that feeling when I was playing 2K and that happened, I was like, oh, okay, I see now. They can do some great things with this moving forward. So that's that. So that's pretty much it. In closing, I just want to say to those people that were able to get a PS5 or an Xbox, I hope you're enjoying your gaming. I'm not really the console war guy, so I'm all for everybody. I hope everybody's enjoying their systems. I'm actually going to get an Xbox Series X, probably not until the new year. I was thinking about trying to get it for Christmas, but it's too hard right now anyway, and I don't really need it. So I probably will wait until like the new year when they're actually in stores and things like that. Because again, I like to have all the consoles, and then my household is full of gamers. From me and my wife. I mean, that's one of the things that helped us click and become, a couple, is the fact that we were both gamers and we had that in common. And then our kids are gamers. So, I mean, all the way down to the baby she's our baby. She's not a baby, but she's 6. So, but all the way down to her, we're all gamers, man. So I try to get all the consoles. So in going back though, I want to just say I hope everybody is enjoying the gaming. And for the people that are trying to get a PlayStation or an Xbox, I hope and pray that you're able to get one. Just keep trying, keep checking. I'm actually checking for a lot of people, and as I see them, I'll post it on Twitter. I'll let people know. Excuse me. I'll let people know when they're available. So, just keep trying, just keep looking out. And before I go, I want to give a huge shout out to my wife, because I actually thought about not getting this even after the pre-order. I pre-ordered it and everything was going smooth, and then once November started to come around, around Halloween, I started second guessing it because got to start Christmas shopping, and Thanksgiving is in a week, 2 weeks, and it's just preparing for all of that. I just felt like, do I really need to spend the money on this? And she was like, no, you're going to get your PlayStation. And that's part of her being a gamer, but also the main reason is because she likes to see me happy, and that means a lot to me. I know a lot of us gamers, out there, just in general, especially men, we get a lot of flack for being gamers. You know what I mean? Because it's viewed as childish, and just to have somebody who supports something that I like and something that I love to do in that kind of way just means a lot. So I say that to say, one, to thank my wife unconditionally. I love you, baby. And just two, fellas, there are women out there that will support you and will support your habits, as they say. So, and some of you probably have those women in your lives. But that's really about it. So I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. Hope everybody's staying safe out there with this pandemic. If you have any questions, concerns, or anything going on about your PlayStations, any questions you have for the PlayStation, if you're thinking about getting one, drop them in the comments. Shoot me a message. Let me know what's going on. You can follow me on Twitter. Same name is here. I'm Mr. Allen. ImMrAllen. And you can follow me on there and chop it up with me. I'll leave some more information in the description of this video, the other ways you can reach me, like on the PlayStation Network and stuff like that. Also, I'm Mr. Allen, same name. So that's it. For now. This is my not unboxing. Yeah, let's call it that. This is my not unboxing video. And I hope it was good. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. And I appreciate it, man. I appreciate everybody out there. And again, everybody stay safe out there with this pandemic, and take care of yourselves, and I'll holler at you later. Your boy Neo signing off. Peace.